What is this stuff on the monitor? Hello, I am Fond, also known as... Look at that. Another 40 and slip, the second one. I'm Carson Melton, also known as Fond sometimes on the internet. Though I guess supposedly I might go by Fond more often than my real name. That's why it slips out sometimes. Which is a bit shameful, I feel like. Maybe not, who knows. Anyway, this is, I believe, the 11th video diary. It is currently 2:13 p.m. I was planning on doing this right when I woke up, but I ended up doing other stuff. I think from this point forward, who knows if this will be true or not, I think ideally though, I want to start trying to make these videos right when I wake up at 5 a.m. The first thing I do in the morning, and then I go about my day, so I can talk about the rest of the evening prior. Who knows, I might still do them at night, but I feel like having something to do right when I wake up, it would be beneficial. I already have some things I have to do right when I wake up, but it might be more beneficial. Anyway, I want to... There are things to talk about, but I don't think I want to talk about the real stuff. Like the stuff that, like D&D or my failures in recent days. Not because I'm trying to hide from them, but I want this video to be a little shorter. I want to talk about excuse me, what I think the best superpower would be. Or at least if I was given the option of a superpower, the one I would choose that I think I would wish the most in my life. Firstly, I'll get rid of the obvious answer that probably wouldn't be allowed, but I would like to be able to control probability. But I'm pretty sure that one's too broken, so I don't think that one would work. Assuming that one doesn't work, because that one is just perfect, I would choose the power to be able to transfer my memories entirely to someone else. Or to like an object, so like if I see this memory, they experience my memory as if they were me. Because I feel this is a problem for every living person. I suppose some don't get caught up on it though. But we can never truly express ourselves to someone else so they understand it. If we explain something to someone, they're going to interpret it using their own metaphors that they live by, their own experiences. They're not going to decode it the same way that we have. Even if someone is there at the same exact moment as you, watching or witnessing the same exact event, their experience is going to be different than yours. They are going to experience something different. And it won't be... Perhaps you've shared that event, but you will not share that memory, not truly. What were you thinking of? Were you thinking of the same thing? No. Were you feeling the same thing? No. Did this relate to the same things in your life? No. I wish I had the power to truly share my memories with others. For example, if I went out and I went on a walk, I could say, hey, do you want to know how I felt on this walk? And if they agree, I can just literally implant the memory in their head. Now, there's a lot to... this is something I've kind of argued with people. Maybe not argued, debated, like talked about with someone before. This is potentially dangerous because, in theory, to be able to implant that memory in them, they would have to understand a lot of my psyche. So there's a potential chance that once someone has that exact memory, they just kind of start becoming me. So there's a risk like that. Same as if I gave too many memories. They'd need so much like deeper context that they'd have to have more memories to properly understand it. The point is, I don't want to get into all the nonsense. I think the best power would be able to just literally transplant memories to other people. So they can finally understand how you felt in a moment. They can truly feel what you felt. They can truly understand how you're feeling, and they can truly understand what you're trying to say. Otherwise, every person in the world is always going to base anything they hear or witness upon their own metaphors and experiences in life, how they see things, how they compare things. You'll never be understood. No one will ever understand anyone. No one will ever have the same exact experience. Even in the moment of death, where two people are dying in the same way, under the same circumstances, whenever they're dying, they're going to think about different things in the final moment. So even that experience, even if it is super close and like set up to where humans will experience it almost in the same way, they're going to have different thoughts. They're going to have different realizations or regrets in that moment. As we currently are, we can never hope to truly be understood or to truly share how we feel or our thoughts. We live in complete solitude with no escape. Writing is interpreted, movies are interpreted, words are interpreted, facial expressions are interpreted. They're not just known for what they are. Everything becomes a symbol that is interpreted by someone else and construed and abstracted to be understood by them. And they may understand the concept. If I tell you to go find my keys, you understand you need to find my keys. But in my mind, the thought is, man, I'm so confused. Where are my keys at? To other person's inconvenience, it's seen completely different. But if I could transplant that memory to you, that feeling, you would also be confused. This is a bad example. I don't know what this example is. It's really just, it's really a bad example. But that's what I wish. I wish I had the power to truly and completely share my memories. So someone could grab them, hold them, have them, and truly for that moment become me and understand what I felt. Because there's so many, most of the things I do alone. And if I did them together, they'd still be my own memories. But most of the things I do alone, and only I feel those things I feel in the moment. When I'm walking down the road and I find a small creek and I stop and I get mesmerized by that creek for 5 minutes. I can't share that with someone else. I can't share that feeling that drew me to the creek. I can't share the sound or the fantasies or the thoughts or the mesmerization or just the peace that I felt in that moment. And whenever you try to explain something like that, it's trying to explain a dream. It just doesn't make any sense. It kind of is more exasperating to someone else. Like, okay, you found a beautiful creek. That's good for you. But they don't feel that. They don't feel the wind as you're swinging, lost in your thoughts and euphoria, because you feel distant from everything. They don't feel your sorrows. They don't feel your disassociation. Anyway, if I had one power, I think I'd want that.